see how to attempt the process type of question in IELTS Academic Task 1 Writing. Let us start with the question. The diagram illustrates how steel rods are manufactured in furniture industry. When you see the question and the image, make sure you are spending the time of at least 2 minutes to understand the entire process. After understanding the process, you will recall the format. Let us recall it. Firstly, you will write the introduction. In introduction, you will paraphrase the question and mention if it is a man-made or a natural process. After doing that, you will leave the space of one line and write the overall. In overall, you will state the start and end of the process. That is, where the process starts and what is the end product. Next to that, you will mention its main feature. That is, a feature that according to you is striking and does a great job in the process. And lastly, mention if it is short or long and simple or complex process. If the process is having 5 or less steps, then it is short, and if the process is having 5 or more steps, then it is long. After writing overall, you will leave the space of one line and start writing body paragraphs. In body paragraphs, you will explain each and every stage in detail. Also, mention if anything is added in the process. Now let us start writing. Firstly, the introduction. The diagram shows the process of metal rods production for the furniture industry. It is a man-made process. You can see that firstly we have paraphrased the question and written that it is a man-made process. After that, let us see the overall. It always starts with the overall linker. Overall, the process consists of 7 stages, beginning with the raw material and ending up with the product's inspection. Here you can see that I have kept my over short. According to format, if you want to add the main feature, then you can do it. Now let us write the body paragraphs. For body paragraph number 1, first of all, iron ore, yellow ore and carbon are collected to serve as a raw material for steel rods manufacturing. After that, the raw material is melted in a melting slit, where it is heated to a temperature in the range of 1300 to 1500 degrees Celsius. The melted mass is then transferred to a smelting cabin to undergo refinement. Next, the condensed metal is put in pouring machine and poured into ingots. In this body paragraph, you can see the highlighted words. These words are linker, and the bolded words are in passive voice. So, make sure that whenever you are mentioning the process, it should always be in the passive voice. Now, let us see the body paragraph number 2. In the next stage, the ingots are connected to a cooling reservoir, where the temperature falls to 60 to 100 degrees Celsius. Metal goes through special nozzles and cools down, forming strands. Following this, the metal strands proceed to rollers that change their shape. Next, the products are put into a heating machine where they undergo heat treatment. Subsequently, a measuring automation completes a surface check of the products. As seen in body paragraph 1, here as well, we have used a range of linkers to connect the information and the linkers are highlighted. Also, we have used the passive voice. I'm repeating it again and again because we will always follow the passive voice while we are writing the process. Now, let us see the body paragraph number 3. After that, the metal rods are sized by special cutters and finally, before inspection, ID sampling is done. Here, I have made another body paragraph. If you want, you can add the same thing in body paragraph number 2. We have used the linker and we have used the passive voice. So this is how you will write the process type of question. According to me, it is the easiest task type to complete because you can use as many linkers as you want and passive voice is used as well. Now let us see the useful language for attempting this type of task. Adverbs. First of all, to start with, this can be used to initiate something. When you are mentioning something for the first time, you can use this. Then, when you are mentioning something for the second time, you can use secondly. For mentioning something for third time or mentioning the third thing, you can use thirdly. Now, to show something is after something else, you can say then, next, after that, following on from this, and so on. And for the same purpose, the other words such as subsequently, in the subsequent stage, subsequent to that, finally can be used. I hope this useful language will help you to link the information in your process task. So this brings us to the last part of this lecture, that is tips for effective performance for attempting the process type of task. Firstly, describe each and every stage. Unlike the graph type of question, when you are attempting the process, it is very important for you to explain each and everything that is included in process. Next, provide the relation of some stages to previous stage in process. Make sure that you link the process stages with each other. Next, use the linkers. As I mentioned before, process is the type in which you can use as many linkers as you want to connect the sentences with each other. Next, don't forget to check the task after it is finished. And lastly, refer sample answers. Because by referring the sample answers, you can get to know the different ways of providing the relation of some stages to previous stage. You can get several ideas of using the linkers and so on. I hope this lecture is understood by you. If you have any queries related to whatever is discussed in the class, please write to us in the comment section below. We will reply as soon as we can. Thank you for attending this lecture. I'll see you in the next class.